And hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Butler Esports Park here on the campus of Butler University here in Indianapolis, Indiana. My name is Joe Kirkpatrick. With me here is Brian Rogers. We're here to bring you all the action tonight for our matchup between the Butler University Bulldogs and Radford University here in the NACE Star League. But we've got a couple minutes before we get started here. I just wanted to highlight Brian, our eagle-eyed watchers here, followers of Butler Overwatch, are probably familiar with your name, but they're questioning where they've heard of you, and what's the answer to that?
Well, Bubbles is the main tank and captain for our Overwatch team. However, I will be sitting here in the casting booth, giving you the play-by-play, giving you what's going on, and showing what the other players have. We're flexing a little around, and Turtle is going to be our main tank for the night, so we'll see how that goes. Just a little note, Radford's director, Doug Benedict, actually is one of the people who helped support this club, support this program into what it is today. So I just want to say thank you. I know you're doing excellent things for Radford, and we want to thank you for everything that you've done here for Butler before you left.
Absolutely, yeah. Shout out to Doug there as well. But yes, we do have a match on our hands. We were just back here on Tuesday evening with Butler versus the University of Maryland. But now we're here again. You see there on the screen right above me, playing in here at Radford University. This is technically week 6 of competition here in the NACE Star League. And Butler currently sitting at 2-3, Radford at 1-5. But how's the season been going so far? How do you feel about the way things have gone down?
You know, there's been a lot of ups and downs throughout this season. Definitely some games that we wish we could have back, and I'm sure the other players would agree, as you can see them laughing on the side. But we need to make sure we finish strong, get these 2 games out of the way, and finish positive at the very least. Absolutely.
Obviously tonight's match against Radford, and then rounding out the season after spring break with match against Western Kentucky University. It's going to be good ones for sure.
Yeah, definitely. I'm excited for this one. Looking at the maps, we're starting on Oasis. Do you have any thoughts about it? What are you looking to see?
Yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting. And I just with the 2 matches this week already, definitely some comparisons to draw. In terms of back and forth, as it looks like we may actually be jumping into the game here in the first map of our best of 5 series. We're definitely going to be have the potential to see some different kinds of compositions based on which map we land into. Obviously, the university we saw on Tuesday really can favor some of the closer range compositions, some of the brawly kind of styles, whereas Oasis Gardens, which it looks like we have landed, definitely going to be a lot more dive, and so it's going to be exciting to see the ways in which those can vary as we continue through this map.
Yeah, definitely. I think you can get away with either one on this map, so I'm curious which way they'll go, more brawl or more divey. I'm expecting dive from Butler, as it is a staple, a little favorite that they love. But we'll see how it goes.
Absolutely. It's hard not to get into the coordination and the connection that these players can have, as it looks like we are, like I said, jumping into the game. And at least for now, looks like we've got the Diva there on the side of Radford University with Turtle on the Winston. Definitely going to be an interesting interaction between them.
Yeah, definitely. It's been a while since I've seen Diva being played, since Season 1 on these competitive matches, but we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, a brief teleporter on each side as, again, these teams are just sort of jostling for position here at the very beginning of the round. Radford's jumping here on the point first and just trading back and forth, trying to see, but there's the first pick in favor of Butler. And make that 3, that's pretty decisive there. Both supports still alive on the high ground as, rather, those are supports for Butler. I keep getting my perspective backwards. Nevertheless, as Radford's got to get pulled out.
There's some bloodthirst going on from Butler. See if they can't pick up Pikachu and stagger them a little bit, putting them behind their team. Not quite as Radford comes back.
You're certainly thinking about it, but in the meantime, we do have that first capture going to Butler, which is super excellent. Again, the brawl continues here on the point.
But that's going to be going out of mech.
Yeah, DMAC and losing to Lucio, definitely not what you want to see. Pretty, cohesive play continuing to come out from Butler. And notice the Radford hanging on to the Symmetra. Obviously, that was something that was switched away from there at the beginning from Butler. But, those teleporters can be helpful, but not when you're, losing these other kinds of sort of opportunity costs at the same time.
And the best utility from Symmetra is when you're established on point, make them push into you, push into those turrets, take some damage, and distract you a little bit. And you can't just do that if you don't have point. So sticking on this might be a little costly, but they're coming up the wall. See if it's worth it. Win them a fight. Turtle engaging in. Milan's still on team, but he has Primal to save him. Getting a pick on the Lucio early. Reaper going down as well.
That's definitely big, and that's the wall committed
by Espions.
Yeah, the wall committed definitely. You want that back, I think, if you're Radford. As again, this fight kind of goes nowhere. Butler taking up to about 70%. You see the May swap. Definitely makes some more sense as far as that goes.
The synergy just seems to be a little off from Radford. The tank's going in, and the biggest utility of D.Va is being able to peel back for your supports. However, their support just keeps getting wiped out at the start. No support behind them. Rally coming out from Espions, trying to get a pick on the Reaper, keep their Ana alive as they fall off high ground. Getting in, Bleed coming out, Nano Blade. Can they pick up any?
That may not be necessary at this point. We do see the 5-player kills coming out for the Brig and the successful ultimate shutdown on the Remac. Butler's at 99%. Really, no answer here from Radford. Back and forth, they did get the kill on the Pain on the Genji, but we've got the May on the point, and that may be just about all we've written here. That's a 100-0 for that first round.
Lucio touch, antied and immediately shut down. Reaper coming to point next. At this point, it's just trying to get whatever you can, stall the game. I'm not sure if they can actually get a formidable fight.
Oh, yeah. I look away for 1 second. I turn over to Brian to, catch his reaction, and then we get a couple more stalls. But regardless, the result is the same. Definitely pretty definite there for Butler.
Yeah. Shout out to Winston there. Turtle just going in when he needed to, knowing when to use Primal. Very effectively getting a pick on the support immediately before you can get the beat out. Well played. It looks like they're going to stick on the dive. Both comps still. Let's see if Radford sticks that sim too long. I'm not sure. At least TP out of spawn. Maybe.
Yeah, the Brig has definitely been helpful just for disruption, of a lot of the movement capabilities of some of the heroes that Radford's looking at with the D.Va and the Reaper that really rely on the ways in which they're able to, not be hindered by some of these knockbacks and things that Brig can provide. Definitely an interesting interaction there, but again, the fight has moved, as is pretty typical, to this jump pad area.
Turtle going down early from Reaper. Let's see if Radford can capitalize off the numbers. But it looks like Butler's... Nope, Trepid Cash going down as well, but they got the DMAC. Still looking in favor of Radford.
Yeah, as the brawl continues here on this jump pad, but yeah, back and forth. Nobody's quite got the point capture yet, although Radford all the way up to about 90% of that capture. With a couple more kills, they may finally be able to get this first flip. There it is.
The DMAC back, and Radford gets their first cap.
Yeah, their first capture of the series at this point. Starting to take up their percent. So now it's sort of Butler on the offensive here, but it looks like they may have some abilities in order to do some abilities available for them to facilitate this. From whether it's the pulse bomb, building up to the rally here eventually, a couple good shots from Pain on the caster. Eventually there'll be a Deadeye too.
Nanashi getting the pick on the Ana that has the Nano. That's an ultimate offline from Radford. Nanashi getting another pick. Look at this Tracer gameplay with another! Nanashi popping off, trying to get the stagger onto the D.Va now. Let's see if they can. And she's out of mech.
Yeah, and at this point, you can just kind of leave her, as far as I'm concerned. Let her go right into traffic. We know how dangerous this really can be.
Yeah, don't let kids play in traffic. Don't let the baby play in traffic.
Yeah, and even after that, it's still Nanashi with the cleanup kill. And just like that, I said a couple good shots from the Cassidy. Sure enough, we've got the Deadeye, we've got the rally. We're close to Primal Rage here as well to defend now. As Butler's got their capture back, they got their mojo back.
And all they committed there was post bomb, which is already 60% back.
Exactly. That's that's exactly where you want to be. As we do see the push in, it looks like a quick dive here from the Winston to start addressing
got
things.
slept. Didn't wake, but the DPS finding that space, getting those picks. Minashi going down, but the number's still in favor of Butler.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's just trading back and forth. Again, Butler's still hanging on to the control here. And again, with the DMAC, again, you can let that diva, ride as long as she likes, but at some point you've got to, what am I trying to say? You got to be dealt with one way or the other, and so Pikachu's got to be feeling frustrated here with the restrictions on his abilities in that sense.
And to talk about this ult economy, they used one ult to get the first fight, one ult to get the second fight, and they're still well with 4 ults. They have to, Radford has to force Butler to use more ultimates. Ooh. And there's the pick on both supports.
Absolutely, yeah, you're right. This has been super economical for Butler. Definitely a good sign for what we want to continue to see. All the way, I was gonna say back up to the nano boost, but there's the kill onto Intrepid catching the Ana. But the longer this fight goes on, the longer it's contested with Butler still in control.
Starting with Eva, so Radford's gonna have to take this fight without their tank rushing on the point. Reaper ulting, but gets booped away by the Winston. Beautiful play by Turtle, picking up one, but finally slept. But it doesn't matter. Butler and the teammates, Espion's picking up 2, cleaning up the fight. A Blizzard to just desperately try and get there, but couldn't.
So close.
Butler takes map 1.
Yeah, I want to highlight again that Primal Rage play there from Turtle at the very end, disrupting both the Kiriko to an extent, but particularly the Reaper, who just pressed Q, bumped him behind the wall. That Death Blossom was just basically useless there for the DPS player for Radford. And those are the kind of micro plays really they're going to be helping out with helping out with the, surviving those kinds of last ditch overtime fights.
Yeah, Radford being in the position where they needed to use those last ditch efforts and not being able to effectively use their ultimates is not ideal for them. But Butler very well playing it, only using one ult to take each team fight. No response from Radford in that sense. So very good trades.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely pretty stark difference from what we've seen from Butler again on Tuesday night, in the comparison. Definitely finding a way to, really get done what they need to get done there on those control maps, which is good because obviously as we move into the next map in our series, we'll still need some of those control map attack strategies because we're talking about a hybrid map next.
Yeah, we are. Pick's going to be wait to see. It's Radford picks, Butler map 1, and we'll see what map we're on. I'm hoping for King's Row. I love some Reinhardt gameplay. As you can tell, a 5-man shatter from Turtle would be electric. We'll see if it happens. Really up to Radford on the map.
Absolutely, yeah. Obviously, the maps in our pool, we've seen a couple already here on Overwatch streams here with Butler. We've seen Kings Row last week, Perry, so the match before. And now we're going to round it out here. Looks like tonight with Eichenwald, we're headed there to the Black Forest for our hybrid map. Definitely has a potential to do all kinds of, particularly DPS picks in those first couple of points. Mm-hmm. I don't know how likely we may be to see, the Echo, for example, but I wouldn't put it past Butler to pull out something like that.
No, especially since they're starting on defense. I think they're going to definitely run a Junkrat, try and hold them that first point. You can get a little iffy if you get him off the second, but he's really strong. The spam just out of him, say an Orisa comp, could be detrimental, or rather,
good
Nurse, Orisa probably not, but Ramatra, getting that poke and the engage could be really cool to see. I don't think I've ever seen Butler play on Eichenwald in a match, and I don't know if it's in the comp pool recently, so this could get a little interesting. since it's Radford pick, maybe they've been practicing it. Maybe they have something that Butler just doesn't know about. Maybe some TP plays.
Yeah, exactly. That's definitely not out of the question either when it comes to the symmetry, again, particularly in that first point area. But nevertheless, we'll be jumping in here pretty quickly. It looks like it'll be Butler there on the defense first. So like you said, this is the time to get some unique strategies set up as far as that goes. Yeah, I think it's time to jump in and see what they're going to be able to do.
I'm excited to see what comps they're going. Fingers crossed, no pharmacy. That's just a personal preference.
There you go. Yeah, we'll never know. You could even have the Mercy with the Junkrat. Would definitely not be depending. It could be a crazy pick, but it could also not be a crazy pick. So we do actually see the Junkrat at least temporarily here for Radford on the attack. It'll be pretty interesting to see. But what's catching my eye right now is the Bastion.
The Bastion.
The Bastion.
Well, the best part about Bastion is he can really punish a tank. If he overextends just even a little bit, switches to that turret form, punishes him immediately. Sigma is kind of good against that, having his grip the hands to negate that damage. So we'll see. I think Radford heard me. They're going with more of that spammy comp. And Butler's going with the tried and true Reinhardt.
We do have the Reinhardt here from Turtle. Yeah, definitely Sigma can be sort of a Bastion counter. It can use those abilities to counter Bastion in that way, but it does take pretty good discipline, pretty good dedication with those cooldowns. As it is the Reaper falling here first. Really just trading spam at this point from the choke, but that Discord orb and
dangerous pin in. Stunned by Sigma, and just Discord just does so much damage just by pressing E. Just looking at the general direction.
And is there exactly an example we were talking about with Sigma eating the Bastion damage there.
Butler regrouping, looking for a quick re-engage. The spam's trying to put him out. Let's see if they can get that touch. The rock CCs.
Ooh, yeah.
Radford caps the first point.
Yeah, Butler definitely would have liked to re-engage there, but yeah, the accretion and the spam coming into that hallway from the Reinhardt definitely was pretty, a deterrent there for Turtle is to aggress further. So yeah, they do capture that first point as they're stepping up here, and all of a sudden we're looking into potentially an ult fight as Butler actually starts to secure some things again with that Bastion. Oh no, that wasn't Bastion ult. That was just the ability.
Yeah. So Radford trying to take some space there, just bites them in the back. Immediately, Butler's grouped as 5 as they try to take that space. They lose out in numbers. But then Butler doesn't choose to hold the door before it opens, losing in some valuable seconds, potentially. Oh my God, Turtle with the 5-man shatter. He heard me, he got it. When all you have is a hammer, everything else looks like a nail. And Radford's a bunch of nails right now.
Oh yeah, is that a voice line? Ooh, a bunch of nails, but we do see they're hidden in that silhouette of the Reaper. Okay, we have cut out the Reaper, has Nanashi on the Sojourn, but yes, other than that, Radford all together now here.
These fire strikes as Radford's just grouped up, bringing Turtle to 50% ult charge, nanoing him in. He knows no bounds except for a Junkrat trap, slowing him down.
The Bulldogs are having fun tonight.
They are, except for a little too much fun can make you lose your health bar. Centrifugal Cash goes down. Radford pulls the Transcendence, taking a little space back. Maybe?
Yeah,
getting a big pick.
Yeah, potentially a little bit too much fun there. You're right. We lose the Zenyatta right after the Reinhardt. That's definitely gonna have Butler step up a little bit. We do see, I don't even remember the name. It's like Configuration Artillery or something from the Bastion. Does get a kill here on this ultimate ability. Traded out with the Transcendence here for Butler as we're again back and forth. But importantly, that payload is not going anywhere.
It's not. Sigma's behind enemy lines right now. Let's see if he can't get out or if he's going to get chased down. It doesn't seem like Butler knows until Bastion gets hit by a rock to make him turn around. And now he just takes the dib, trying to not give them more ult charge than they already have.
I guess so, yeah.
The Tiger gets stopped with a perfect fire strike by Turtle. And the pin, but the nerf doesn't let you instant kill Reaper anymore. So Reaper just pulls out his shotguns and Goes to town.
Yeah, this has been a great map for Turtle and the Reinhardt so far. Really obviously enabled by his team to have the aggression, but those plays like that with the big shatter.
Tanashi coming up with 3, the Nano onto Soldieron's ultimate. Let's see if he can't wipe them out more. Espeon's taking a kill, the support's cleaning it up for Nanashi, but 3 big kills back to back to back, 100% just through their heads.
I can't talk about one player without the other one popping off. It's the caster curse, but in a good way. We're just under 2.5 minutes now, and the Earth Shatter is back. The
Shatter that we didn't get to see kills Reaper anymore on the ground. Pins the Kiriko.
Yeah, these fights are happening so quickly, which on the one hand is good for Radford in terms of like you get lots of resets. But on the other hand, there's so much to talk about in so little time.
There is.
But in a good way, Butler continuing to handle the things they need to handle. Although that being said, we are getting some payload progress now here for Radford.
Butler's still holding control of the little mega room. Seeing if they can't. Reaper trying to go for Death Blossom, but gets slept by an amazing sleep by Espeons. Gets cleaned up by Intrepid Cash, and now it's a 4v5. Pain cleaning it up, but Bear Claw getting the Zenyatta. How are the trades landing? And it looks like it's in favor of Butler as they demech the D.Va, trying to stagger. I don't know if Turtle knows there's more people behind him.
And the Symmetra chart too looks like, as Matt is complaining about the same thing. Definitely can be disruptive if you're not careful, particularly with that Reinhardt who moves slowly already while shielded.
Stacking the 3 does a significant amount of damage. Enough to even burst on a squishy like Intrepid Cash is probably complaining about.
But
a huge shatter by Turtle, followed up by the Nano just to add some spice to it. 4 on the ground, picks up 3 of them, and D.Va gets out.
Give us a chance to breathe in here.
I know. I love it, though. Some amazing gameplay from Turtle here on the Reinhardt, making me proud. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Wall hacks are up here in a little bit just to rub salt into the wound in these last 30 seconds of the round.
Picking up 2 real quick. He has had some pop-off moments on these hit scans.
Who needs Infrasight when you can just click people's heads?
Pikachu picking up 2, though, with Bomb. Not enough to turn the fight. All his teammates were down, essentially anyhow. And Butler just seems to be cleaning as Radford goes into desperate mode.
No fear from Turtle there on the Reinhardt.
Absolutely no.
Ooh, less than 5 seconds. This is our last fight here.
Potentially. Transcendence coming out, saving Turtle, seeing if he can't build up a quick shatter to end the fight, or if he gets bursted down by that Zenyatta Discord. His health bar just completely went away with the burst between the Sim and the D.Va. Radford's trying to clean it up.
Absolutely, the Kitsune Rush coming out here from Radford as well, trying to just give those enemy players a boost there right here at the beginning. And it does seem to be working at least a little bit as the overtime continues. They've got several on the point, and now Butler here finds himself, fighting from inside the castle. If they're going to make one more push, now is definitely the time. But watch those turrets.
Intrepid Cash with an amazing charge, right click, Turtle slamming, not getting too much because of the wall. He didn't see the Kiriko that he dropped, but it doesn't look like it matters anyhow. The shatter was enough, putting their main support down and cleaning up the fight.
Final clearing things off just shy of point 2. Definitely important there. Obviously, with the new capture, that would have been a new time bank. That would have been several more fights here for Butler. So to get that stop where they did, I'm sure they would have liked to have it a little further, but definitely that bridge is super doable as they switch over to the attack mode now.
Some improvement from Radford, I'd say. Definitely capping that first point is crucial. Eichenwald is one of those maps where you can full hold. Definitely if you have to spam comp like they started with, it can be hard for Butler to push in. We'll see if they'll be able to hold it. I know definitely pushing it further would have been a lot better, and it looks like they're pulling out the exact comp that I talked about, the Ramatra with the Junkrat spam. Let's see if it's enough to hold off Turtle's Reinhardt that has been absolutely dominant this map.
Yeah, retaining the Symmetra as well. We know we've seen some of the trickiness that can involve here for Radford. But I'm definitely interested in this Lucio Moira for Butler. I don't know if they're going to stick with that all the way out to the spawn. But if they did, again, with the kinds of enabling we've already seen of Turtle here from the rest of the Butler supports, I think that's definitely an intimidating sight here for Radford.
Yeah. If I were them, I'd say in Trevor Cash, please swip off Moira because there's so many better supports. But pain goes down to that trap and spam. Junkrat's lethality on this point is just crazy, but Nanashi finding the head of Zenyatta, getting a pick, Butler aggressing, wanting to take the 4v4, thinking they can win it. Ramatra popping Nemesis, holding them off. Turtle getting low, but trying to maintain that space.
Yeah, the interesting part about, the Ramatra v Reinhardt, particularly at this choke point, Reinhardt obviously has the shield, he's got the melee damage, but Ramatra with the ability to toggle between his forms, he's got a temporary barrier as well. Really can be super helpful with holding that gate for a period of time, as we saw in the first fight.
But of course, holding a gate matter if they just TP behind you and you have a Reinhardt and a turret bomb? What more can you do? Yeah,
the storyline of this match just continues to evolve, even before we have the time to explain it, really.
Turtle going a little aggressive, almost finding picks there, but those picks get cleaned up by Intrepid Cash with a 3 coalescence. I know he's going to clip this and send it to me and say, Moira's good, but she's not.
The ability, to clear those things out, super excellent. As we have Pain taking a super aggressive hold, literally just outside. That is the first point spawn. He may discover that here eventually, but even still, that's the gold box. That's Butler's target here to push this payload, and it's continuing to move almost halfway there already.
Let's see what Turtle can do with this Shatter. I know he's looking for something big. He was looking for the flank, but he got cleared. Boops the Symmetra off, but as we're talking about it, Nanashi gets 3 headshots, gets the 4th on a slammed Ramatra. Oof.
And that's the team kill, as this payload has hardly stopped from the time it was captured, honestly. Behind that 3K coalescence, and then this last fight we just had, this is not where you want to be fighting if you're Radford. There's bigger priorities just outside those castle doors, but you've got to get there first.
The wall coming out from Sim, allowing Reinhardt to just swing at his heart's desire. Except for Pikachu's in the backline of Butler. Getting picks, got Nanashi. This is the last fight. Seeing what happens. Radford's last stand. Picks out Turtle, Transcendence coming out, and Tyre picking up 1. A lot of ultimates committed. 4 ultimates.
Oh, yeah.
To get the point.
Yeah,
Wow.
you said this is the last fight, and certainly Butler would have liked that. But at the same time, they've got almost 4 minutes, to try to, it's a matter of less than 5
Potentially
meters.
last fight.
Here to push. It's definitely a good position to be in when you've got, hey, get another 3K coalescence, and this will be a very quick round.
Will Butler making the switch to the Sombra? I think they're trying to find that Zen out of place, seeing if they can't just pick him off. Turtle going in, Hammer swinging Discord. B comes out, Coalescence finds 1. I know he's looking for more. Espion's with a big boop off the side and cleaning up the fight. Butler takes map 2. Shout out to Espion's for being on that cart for an entire minute as it pushed up from point 1 to point 2, taking us to those last fights.
Oh yeah, super precise here, as we do see hopefully a nice Widow highlight here for Nanashi. Just taking off some heads here on this attacking round. Make it, there's the 4th kill on the Ramatra who gets shattered. But yeah, just good stuff all around here from Butler. Again, the ways in which they were really able to, we're not going back in, we're changing to a new map. False alarm, everybody. You can see, I assume, the excitement on the faces there of the players. I got to kind of go look at my monitor there. But this is a good position. Good position to be in, sitting 2-0 here at our, halftime, essentially.
For sure. I will be surprised if Butler ever switches Oh, and there's Intrepid Cash typing to me. 3K Moira Coalescence.
Yeah, it's talking about the play of the game. Whether the play of the game ought to be the Widowmaker or the 3K Moira.
No, I think Widow takes a little more skill, but you know, who am I to say? Who am I to say? Smiles coming out from the Butler team, looking all happy and satisfied with the two maps that they have so far. Need to clean it up with this third one. But again, I will be surprised if they switch off that Reinhardt. I know Turtle is having fun. It's a lot of fun to watch it. I doubt they'll change that at all.
Yeah, I would be definitely surprised at this point too, particularly depending on the map that we lean into next. Obviously, we're heading to an escort map. Could be our third and final map of the series.
It is Dorado.
It will be Dorado. Okay, I was gonna say there are some choices that may be better or worse for that Reinhardt, but we do see the Dorado pick coming out.
I'm a big fan of high ground Reinhardt.
Oh yeah.
Personally, charging from the rafters, they don't expect it.
Yeah, it's better than Junkertown Reinhardt, for example, is what I was going to say.
Yes, no, it is better. Dorado still has all those high grounds that you can abuse, especially mobile characters if you're playing like Hammond, Tracer, Sombra, that type of comp. Reinhardt can definitely get abused, no one to get onto. The only person he could get onto is Zenyatta maybe, and that Discord orb is deadly.
Oh yeah. And the other thing I wanted to highlight, Dorado, obviously definitely the most exciting map of our last series too, against Maryland there on Tuesday. If you get the chance, go back and watch that video. It was definitely a very exciting map.
I might have some other opinions about it, but
well, it was the most exciting map of the night. We'll say that much at least.
Yeah. Control point was pretty close.
Oh yeah.
Should have won that, but let's not dwell on the past. Let's go into this Radford game, third and final map, maybe potentially, seeing if Butler can clean it up or Radford turn around, making it game 4.
Absolutely, we haven't seen a game 4. I haven't casted a game 4 all semester for the games we've had. So
I believe there's
interesting.
only been one game 4, and that was because of a tie on Kings Row.
Yeah, it was. Dorado's technically tieable as well, drawable. So we'll see how that goes. But for now, it is Butler on the defense that'll be jumping out into these. Into their positions, see how things go. And it looks like they are going to be running the soldier, the defensive shoulder. Again, talking about the high ground. I mean, this is sort of the quintessential, high ground DPS as far as that goes.
Yeah, I do love soldier on this map. Abusing that far left side with the Mega, he can just sprint away if anyone gets onto him, like this D.Va, for example. His mobility and constant damage is just a lethal threat. I am surprised with the Winston. I wish there was more Reinhardt gameplay from Turtle, but he has shown he had a good showing on tank so far, so I'm excited for this.
Absolutely, I do want to highlight as well. Radford sticking with the Symmetra. The things we've been able to see out of that, obviously maybe not to the full potential that they would have liked, but definitely has been useful in terms of the utility that's been able to provide in the compositions.
Down and Turtle jumping, over committing there a little bit, maybe trying to find a pick, but couldn't. And now Butler's on the numbers, giving some ground, trying to regroup.
Yeah, definitely not the last we'll see of them at this point, as we see just the trading blows from across the courtyard. Meanwhile, Radford may even be able to get this underpass, which would be definitely a good perspective for them. Good position to defend.
Is not trying to push their advantage. They had the numbers. It was a 4v5, but they just sat back at the bridge, keeping that control, and not even taking that much. As you can see, Payne already back on the top. A huge sleep from Intrepid Cash onto the Kariko there, and Payne just cleaning it up.
Yeah,
look at this high ground soldier.
Yeah, high ground soldier and the super aggro Symmetra play again coming out from. I don't know. Maybe that was Bear Claw from Radford. Obviously, I was having swapped over off of that now, but yeah, getting shut down several times there in a row by the soldier. Definitely a good idea to switch to something else.
And the DMAC from Turtle there was huge, buying them some time. They're still even in the tank pretty much. Payne able to find they're just holding them at spawn as they try to regroup.
Yeah, they're waiting on their Diva mech too. Obviously, they're sitting at 99% as Pikachu, finally able to call things down. But just when they least expect it, we do have the attack visor we've been sitting on this whole time. I'd love to see what Pain's able to do with that.
And while Turtle has been going down, he switched to Hammond, so he's back almost immediately. Pain picking up the Junkrat again. Espeons is there to defend against the Diva dive. Mines come out, bomb goes out, but it's too late. 3 of them are already down. The mines get cleared, and they clean it up.
Yeah, continue. I mean, cleanup is the name of the game here. Really, Butler's good about getting those, those initial picks, the DPS looks we've seen, or even several tank picks that we've seen. But the important thing is being able to have the focus and the discipline and the target priority to get these cleaned up, and we've definitely seen that out of Butler too, which is super excellent.
And Radford just simply hasn't been able to do that. When they have numbers, they have not been going for the cleanups that Butler does. Sometimes it has bit them in the back, but this is not one of those times, as Pain comes out with the visor, getting 3 picks. They're cleaning up the fight right outside their spawn.
Oh yeah, attack visor comes out, we get the team kill, and the clock just keeps ticking down. Under a minute now here on this defense.
They finally switched to that Sombra, trying to get rid of the ball, but she got picked really quick by the rockets from Soldier.
Yeah, and again, we see really calling luck on those. I was gonna say on the Helix rockets, but maybe something else. Nevertheless, this is getting to the crucial point here for Radford. Less than 30 seconds left, and we do finally see a couple kills coming their way.
They have the numbers.
Yeah, so we may hopefully see Butler retreating a little bit, trying to enable their next, their last stand here. But that's, that sleep will definitely help.
Except for Kuriko's character. Instantly cleansed away. The supports of Butler trying to get out.
Oh, it's so close.
The rally.
But there's Turtle back. That's going to definitely help take care of things.
Rally from Espeons there was huge, able to save Intrepid Cav's life. Keeping that support online is going to be crucial. Remake comes in, doesn't do too much. Turtle gets a kill onto the Sombra.
Meanwhile, we're fully in overtime. Obviously, Radford has to hang on to this point as if their life depends on it, and it does. But those mines from Turtle, a couple headshots from Pain, all of a sudden these numbers are not going their favor. And that's going to be the end of this round. Radford stopped just short there at the end of point 1.
Yeah, the nano mines coming out, getting 2 essential picks, and then the rest is just history. Cleaning up as usual.
And that makes it a very clear end goal here for Butler. We see where the payload is sitting right here by the fountain. And that's only as far as they've got to escort it. That's the goal here to wrap up this series here for Butler.
And another map where full holding at that first part is very doable. That bridge can be very tough to take. If you're running some type of dive comp, you have to be able to meet them up there. If not, you're just going to be sitting and getting poked out. Exactly what Butler was able to do there.
Absolutely. As we see, again, the roles have changed here. Potentially the Mei on defense to go along with the Sombra and the Diva that we've seen pretty standard so far this series from Radford. On the other side, we do have the attack Moira once again. Whether that retains itself is hard to say, but it would definitely be interesting to see, regardless, as it looks like Sombra is coming to say hi.
I bet Intrepid Cash is still a little salty about getting his play stealing, so he might be going for some crazy coalescences here. I'm really curious about the Mei pick. There's not really much of a chokehold here, I guess you can say, that Under the Bridge is, but that's not really the fighting grounds anyhow, as Butler tries to go under. Detected the Sombra, so they know, but do they know?
Yeah, they're just sort of sitting underground there, finally making their appearance with the... this is really the worst quarter to play against the Mei, with that wall comes up and gets things blocked off. Obviously, Butler had no way of knowing that they see that, but I wonder if we'll see a change of tag here as it's Pain on the Soldier running away from the fight, trying to get a little solace in the corner while the rest of his team respawns.
If Radford's not able to clean that up, that can spell trouble later. Soldier just getting a free sight line onto their supports, and not much they can do. The double angle onto them might be costly. Maze in deep without her ice block, but the wall comes up trying to save her. Nanashi there gets killed. Pain trading him out. Even fight here.
Absolutely, you can't deflect the May primary fire there. It'll get you every time. Maybe that's a strategy. Maybe they're concerned about that Genji there from Nanashi. But at the same time, this payload is moving. The clock is ticking literally for Radford here as Butler here as well is able to get under this bridge.
I'd love to highlight that 1v1 between the Diva and the Moira that happened. A little crazy. Diva gets out, surprisingly.
Yeah, there's the self-destruct coming through, trying to Vicju trying to clear some things out. But again, we're less than 2 meters away from the point now. There's the Earth Shatter build. This could be huge. I can see them all lined up there in the viewfinder. That's a couple kills. There's another coalescence.
Fire strike.
Kill just as well for fun.
Point.
I believe it's the Sombra is the only one still alive on the points, plus Bear Claw, but they are both taken care of. Payload rolls in, and that's going to be the end of that. Butler with the 1-0 for the 3-0 in this series against Radford.
Yeah, definitely a dominant performance. I would love to see. Yep, there it is. The Earth Shatter with the perfect double fire strike. Did he crouch? Did he do the tech? Can't tell. Either way, very, very good showing of Turtle on tank today. I was proud. Espions, aka Jackie, says they love you, Doug, Benedict, if you're watching. So all smiles from Butler here as they get a 3-0, putting them back to even, I believe, in standings.
Yeah, that'll take them to 3-3 after week 6. Yeah, so our next match against WKU, again, after spring break sometime. Hopefully, land up here with a positive record as far as that goes. But yeah, super solid match. Definitely, I would say, here for Butler. And a good confidence booster, I'd say, going into, again, a little bit of a break here, but going into what the rest of the semester has in store. Yeah,
for sure. And sometimes this is just how collegiate esports goes. Mechanically, I think Butler was just simply a better team. I don't know how coordinated difference it really made, but Butler just winning it out, some big plays coming through, especially. I know I'm going to go back and clip a few. But good to see them having fun. Definitely.
Absolutely, yeah. Build some highlight reel content out of this one potentially, and definitely a good showing also from Turtle there on the tank. Obviously, normally one of our support players, but getting some cross roll experience there. You're ready to be back for the next match?
I am ready to be back. I will actually be playing from Raleigh.
Good stuff.
Yeah, so I don't get a spring break. That's my spring break, sort of.
Oh, yeah. So that'll be later this month.
Yeah.
But yes, for now, like we said, Butler moves to 3-3. They're in the NACE Star League in this preseason. Got their eyes set on the battle for 4th place, which again will be between the Bulldogs and Western Kentucky University here in a couple weeks. And then, I don't know, what else? You got any other thoughts about the match here tonight?
Not many other thoughts. I just, again, highlighting the play of Turtle and Espions for filling in as well. Having a play of the game on Oasis on the Brigitte, so that was exciting to see.
Absolutely, yeah. Good to see, highlight some of the flexibility here on this roster as well.
Yeah.
I do want to mention, obviously, this NACE season. This is, preseason. We got championships, postseason coming ahead of us. And just on Monday of this week was announced we will see all of the grand finals for the NACE Star League in all of their titles, including Overwatch 2, held right here on campus of Butler University, right here out of this facility on April 29th and 30th.
Yeah. I'm excited to see some big names in collegiate esports. Obviously, some former pros, as we've experienced in the Overwatch realm at least. So it's definitely going to be an exciting event if you want to come and watch, I believe. All viewership is free, so please
Yeah,
come and stop by.
yeah, lots of potential from this match for sure. Our next stream, I believe, the production can correct me if I'm wrong, is going to be Saturday afternoon. We have our League of Legends team taking on a Big East opponent in the University of Connecticut, streamed here at 1 o'clock p.m. So you can come by if you are in the area, or join us right here back on Twitch. Catch this Big East matchup. League of Legends has been playing pretty well this semester, I'd say.
Yeah.
So
This is, I believe, their fight for second, third, fourth place in that tournament, which seeding another tournament that's going to be hosted here. Exciting. End of this month. So it's a big game for them, seeding-wise. Important.
Absolutely. I believe that's all we have, but we do appreciate you coming out, joining us here for this match. Good match here against Radford University. GG's all. Got anything else? Last chance.
That's all. Thank you for watching.
Absolutely. Good night, everybody.